Hello one, Jordan here, bringing you episode 3 on my Call of Duty Ghost weapon guides. Today's weapon we are looking at a light machine gun, specifically the M27 Iar. The M27 Iar is a fully automatic LMG. It is a German weapon manufactured by Heckler & Koch. In real life, the M27 Infantry Automatic Rifle, or IAR, is a lightweight weapon used by the United States Marine Corps. It is a weapon intended to enhance an automatic rifleman's maneuverability and is based off the HK-416. The history of the weapon starts all the way back in 1985, where the USMC adopted the M249 squad automatic weapon. While the M249 had a high volume of fire, unfortunately it was too heavy for its role and was unreliable. In 1999, a universal need statement was issued for an infantry automatic rifle. It was around 2000 where the 1st Marine Division's 2nd Battalion 7th Marines Regiment conducted initial limited IAR trials, which show this desire for a light automatic weapon. The Infantry Automatic Rifle program began in July 2005, when the USMC sought information from manufacturers. The objective for this weapon was portability and maneuverability, reduction of visual identification of an automatic weapon to the enemy, strengthen the gunner's participation in counter-insurgency situations, and to maintain a high volume of fire. Therefore, the 5.56x45mm NATO was chosen. In 2006, contracts were issued for sample weapons to Fabrique Nationale de Herstal, which provided a IAR variant of the FN SCAR, Heckler & Koch, which provided a variant of the HK-416, and Cold Defense, which provided 2 competing designs. In December 2009, the Heckler & Koch model beat out the other 3 finalists and entered the final 5 months of testing. It was designated as the M27 in the summer of 2010, which was named after the 2nd Battalion 7th Marines, who were testing the automatic rifles since 2001. There, the M27 IAR was born. Now it's time to move on to some in-game figures. The magazine size of the M27 IAR is a very healthy 100 rounds, and is 150 rounds if you equip the extended mags attachment. Unlike the standard M27 IAR, the weapon in game consists of 2 drum magazines, one on each side of the weapon, each containing 50 rounds, hence the total of 100. The fire rate of the weapon is 705 rounds per minute. The reload time is a slow 4.77 seconds, and is even slower when the magazine is empty, at 5.63 seconds. The recoil can sometimes go upwards and towards the right, however the recoil of the weapon is quite low. The damage figures is actually quite good for the LMG category, at 48 damage up close and 32 at long range. This means it's 3 shots to the body and 2 shots to the head due to the headshot multiplier, and at long range it is 4 shots to the body and 3 shots to the head. So as you can see, this weapon is an all-round winner compared to the other LMGs. So now it's time to move on to my recommended attachments when using this weapon. First up is the foregrip attachment. Even though you don't really tend to need the foregrip attachment due to the recoil being quite low, but if you're aiming for those long range shots, you'll notice that some of the recoil can definitely put you off target, so the foregrip can definitely help you out there. My second recommended attachment is the flash suppressor. When picking off targets at medium to long range, you're going to notice that muzzle flash coming out the end of the barrel, so equipping the flash suppressor can definitely help you out in maintaining your aim on target. My third recommended attachment is the Holographic Sight. Alternatively, you can go with the red dot sight, however I felt that the Holographic Sight was a perfect match with this weapon. My fourth and final recommended attachment is an unusual one, and that is the Underbible Shotgun. As I said previously, this weapon is an all-rounder, but you can also use this at close range in different situations. If you're going around a corner and you notice there's an enemy there, and you haven't got time to aim down the sight or even spray at the hip, just a quick tap of the lethal button will put your enemies down instantly. So now that I've shown you my recommended attachments, it's time to move on to choose some perks that you can consider using when playing in game. My first perk I recommend is quite crucial, and that is the sleight of hand perk. Even though this weapon has a high magazine capacity, the reload time is definitely slow and definitely needs to speed up, so the sleight of hand perk can help us out by reloading faster. Next perk I recommend is focus. When you want to shoot the enemies to medium to long range and they're shooting you back, you don't want your weapon going sky high from all that flinch, so the focus perk will help us maintain on target and securing us the kill. My third recommended attachment is Stalker. When you're in a building, you don't really want to stop aiming down the sights, so using the Stalker perk will help us move faster while aiming down our sights. That way we don't have to run around to meet our target when we can just go faster while aiming down the sights. My fourth recommended attachment is Blast Shield. Blast Shield is definitely crucial when playing objective game modes, and when you're covering objectives you're going to be seeing a lot of people trying to flank you out or trying to grenade you out, so Blast Shield will help us out with that, in knowing that if there's an explosive that's damaged us, we can instantly get out of the window or get out of the way and regen our health before we go back out protecting those objectives. My 5th recommended perk goes hand in hand with Blast Shield, and that is the Attack Resist perk. Not only will explosives be tossed at you when covering those objective points, but you'll also find those 1 or 2 concussions or even a 9-bang flash grenade. The 9-bang flash grenade can definitely be annoying, and so can the concussion grenade, so having the Attack Resist perk, this makes us immune to these tacticals and allows us to prepare for any enemies trying to flank us. My 6th recommended perk is Amplify. This perk goes hand in hand with the Underbible Shotgun attachment, in which case if you're going in a building and you hear an enemy on the floor above you, that way you can go upstairs and prepare yourself with that shotgun, knowing that you're going to spray the hell out of the enemy. My 7th recommended perk is the Extra Attachment perk. The Extra Attachment perk allows you to equip 3 attachments on your weapon. This allows us to use the Holographic Sight, the Foregrip and the Flash Suppressor to make us unstoppable when overlooking a map, knowing that we have a clear sight view on the enemy, we have minimal recoil, and the disappearance on the muzzle flash can help us stay on target. Finally, my last recommended perk is definitely useful when using those LMGs, and that's the Quickdraw perk. When you want to aim down the sights and shoot at your enemy, it's definitely slower than the ARs or the SMGs, so Quickdraw can definitely help you out. By doing this, you don't have to equip either the Stalker perk or the Quickdraw perk, as one of them will be enough. It's either you constantly aim down the sight while moving around the corner, or you run around the corner and quickly aim down your sights. So at this time round I've only got one class setup that I've been using quite a lot. I don't tend to go with anything else except for this class setup. It's quite perfect with this weapon, so let's go into it. So obviously our primary is the M27 Iar. Our attachments are the Holographic Sight and the Underslung Shotgun. We're not going to have any secondaries. Our lethal is our shotgun. For our tactical we're going to use a concussion grenade. For our perks we're going to be going with Sleight of Hand, Quick Draw, Focus and Blast Shield. For a strike package I tend to go with support because I feel like this weapon is a supportive weapon, especially when playing those team games. So I went with the SATCOM, the Ballistic Vests and the Ground Jammer. So all in all, this weapon is definitely useful when playing objective game modes. I wouldn't recommend this when you're going up close, however if someone's trying to flank you from behind, then you can definitely get the upper hand, especially when equipping that shotgun attachment that can definitely pump some pellets into your enemies. This weapon is definitely not for run and gunning, it's mainly for overlooking an objective or supporting your teammates as they push forward into buildings. So I hope you did enjoy my weapon guide of the M27 Iar. Join me next time when I'll be covering the Bulldog Shotgun. Until then, I thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.